I'm back from town from Cleveland to see my man Jordan. That's why I was not here on Monday. But guys, please make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Thank you for tuning in to KR Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what is popping like and what is cracking?
What's good? What's good, people? We here. We back at it again as we always go. Let's go. Let's get it.
Hakeem, are you there? Are you here with me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Give me one moment. My mother's talking to me. Mama, yeah, go ahead.
So, of course, as Hakeem preparing himself, Jordan, go ahead, do your thing.
What's going on, people? What's going on? Glad to see everybody's coming in. Glad I see everybody in the chat. We're gonna keep it rolling. And for today's topic, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna go back to relationships because a lot of people we like to talk about relationship here, and you guys like to listen to it, and you guys like to chat it up too. So we're gonna go to a relationship vibe. So the topic is: should a man chase a woman? This flat out, if a man's on a dating on a dating scene, so he possesses to go out and just to cry about by chasing a woman, to just go and chase, read that, I would say maybe a predator and just go for it and everything and just try out everything, all these type of things, because a lot of men do chase women, but a lot of men they don't chase women. They feel some men have certain type of game where they can lure women to them, and the woman is not say chasing them, but they looking at the man and see what he's all about, and he can spit game and he could get that woman, and I could definitely say a lot of women like to be chased too, and some women don't like to be chased. Some women just like, hey, I don't want to I want to be I'm not interested, just leave me alone, all that type of stuff, because maybe it's not the type of guy that she's looking for. So it's going to be a very, very interesting topic we're going to talk about. We're definitely going to give our opinions on it. We do got videos we're going to show for you guys, and after the videos, we're going to chop it up. Go ahead, Hakeem.
This type of guy doesn't chase women, and I'll tell you why. Number one, if he's really this type of guy, he probably don't have an issue with women. That's number one. Number two, when a man is secure and he's confident, and he's good being by himself, I think a lot of people try to fill up the space because they don't like being alone. This type of guy don't struggle with being alone. So he don't need you. He wants you, but he don't need you. And because he doesn't need you, he ain't gonna chase you. Which, to be honest with you, I think is a strength, because you don't want a man that needs someone, who just doesn't like being alone, so they'll take anybody just to fill in the space. That's not the kind of guy you actually want. You want a guy that's okay being alone, because if you're in his space or he wants you around, he genuinely wants you around. It's not just to have somebody there or to fill in the blank. I can't speak for all women, but I can definitely speak for me. I was literally taught by my uncles, by my father, by my stepdad, that a woman does not pursue. So a lot of women have this same mentality. They're not going to chase a man to be in their life. They're not going to pursue you. They're not going to put their lob out. They're going to just allow you to indicate interest and then go from there. So if you are looking for a specific woman in your life to chase you or put the message out or whatever, there's a lot of women that still are raised with that mentality that a man pursues, not a woman. Y'all, I can't speak for all women, but I can.
If I got to chase my wife, then I'm gonna have to keep chasing her to keep her.
That's right. That's right.
You men that chase women, the moment you start chasing that woman, you're gonna have to keep chasing her.
Keep it up.
That keeper, you're gonna have to keep it up.
That's right.
And once she see you chasing her, she gonna deliberately do things that make you run her down.
That's right.
I won't never chase a woman long as I'm black.
No.
And as far as I know, God ain't changing my color. I don't chase booty.
He said, I don't chase booty. That was funny. So yeah. So we played a couple of videos, and we're really gonna just tap it in of a man who should really go chase women. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I think I don't know. Ronnie said I think he might be.
No, you can't see me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
You see me? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pass you guys. Well, hey, what's going on, Sherry Bryan? Good to see you on the chat. Lotus, good to see you on the chat. Just hear
Shout
me
out
out.
to
Good to see
Sky.
Sky out to Sky. Just hear me out. Good to see you guys in the chat. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. Pass it to you, Ronnie. Do you think men should be chasing women?
This is gonna be a very interesting show because I'm be optimistic here. People may not like me after today, but I think a man should chase women, and this is why. A lot of people that are Bible believers, Muslims, um, Christians, of course, that's in the Judaism, they always say, man, when you find a wife, you find a good thing. All the great books stated that statement. So what did that tell you? You have to go find a wife, meaning you may have to go chase that woman to get her to become your wife. Now, Sherry Bryan say, hell no, don't you? But at the end of the day, I guarantee you ask Sherry Bryan to check her Facebook account, check her Instagram, check her DM. Find how many guys are messaging her every day telling her, oh, Mom, you beautiful. I want to take you out to date. He's chasing you. She's not going to be in the man's DM and telling the man, oh, I want to take you out on a date. I'm just using that as an example, Sherry Bryan. Of course, I know you're in a relationship. I'm just using that as an example. But most of the time, women not on these guys' DM. We are the men are the one that's going to do majority of the pursuing. Let's keep it 100. Unless you're a Drake, unless you're a six-figure earner, or you're someone that's well known in the street, you may maybe have a woman that come up to you and try to chase you. But at the same time, majority of the time, the men are doing the pursuing. Even in the animal kingdom, the men are doing the pursuing. The men are doing the chasing. The men fight and delete each other because of the aspect of what? The vajayjay, the booty. It's a fact. But I'm gonna stop there and I'm gonna let Hakeem go in on his point. Go ahead.
You and it, so I'm a little bit indifferent about this, but I think the way society's going now, I think we shouldn't chase women. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a natural instinct for certain men to chase certain women. But I do think if a man chases his dreams and get his money together, get his weight together, get his cleanliness, his hygiene up, then certain women are just going to naturally come around and they're going to like present themselves to you. You know what I mean? You'll have better options that way too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll chase a woman, you'll be very singular focused. But if you're trying to present yourself in a way to be more appealing to a stockpile, you know what I mean? It's a natural thing. Every guy who got money, women come after them. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, yep, you both put in some interesting points, but I'm gonna go for this point. If you like I'm gonna lean on what that pastor says. You know, if you're a confident man and you have good game, you know, you speak confidence, you look confidence, you know, everything, you know, your aura just speaks out confidence. And a woman's gonna look at that and she's gonna be attracted to that. And the thing is, it's like, you know, and the thing is, it's like there's some men, you know, who are confident, you know, who just do what they do, you know, just, build themselves, you know, build their money up, you know, be the best version of themselves. And if a woman comes by and they start going, and then, you know, conversations start, well, I think, you know, there's gonna be some interest there. But I feel like if you pique that woman's interest a little bit more, meaning, you know, she sees, you know, you not speak with your mouth, you speak with your actions, you know. She wanna know more about you. You know, she wanna know, your background, your family, what your goals are, your long-term goals, your short-term goals. And to me, you know, if she likes what she's hearing, then she's gonna be attached to you. She's definitely gonna be attached to you. You know, she's definitely gonna be calling you up, a couple times a day to check on you. Are you good? Did you eat? Do you need anything? And, you know, I learned that, you know, with my wife, before my wife, I was the chaser. I used to chase women, especially back in the day, high school and then a little bit of college and everything, because I thought for me, chasing women, I could get the women that I want. But learning, my history of, chasing women, I always had, to me, this is just, I'm just speaking for me, not speaking to anybody else, I'm just speaking for me. I just felt like, I just had to keep doing stuff, keep doing stuff, keep doing stuff to order, please her, contain her, to order her to be interested in me. Even though I was, I was pretty confident in myself. But, once, I see that, not worry about not really worry about a woman, but just worry about myself. But if a woman comes into my life and, and she likes what I'm doing, she likes, the actions that she sees, I'm, just being a good dude, just being a good man in general, a woman's going to see that and she's going to be interested in that. And then, if she sees that of that action, she's going to be more into you and everything. And to me, I'm more of if if you want to chase women, that's totally fine. But if you're gonna keep chasing women, it's a lot of stuff you're gonna keep doing. Instead of, if a woman chase you or she's interested in you, to me, as long as you keep doing what you're doing, be consistent with what you're doing, with your actions and anything, and you say what you do, you don't gotta worry about you chasing one, because the woman is always going to be there. She sees you all about that action, and she always going to, be your support system, and always going to, check if you're okay. And for me, I really believe that, especially if that's man that's, very confident and they just do what they do.
Okay,
go ahead, fellas.
I'll talk about the aspect of confidence, right? If you're a confident man, you're going to get that woman to look at you. That's not necessarily true. Hakeem, we have to be real here. How many times you seen guys, literally, especially content creators, YouTube guys, who get their haircut, clean, shaven, the women still don't chase them. They doing certain aspect to get the woman attention. The woman still not in the DMs. We had content creators who literally say, don't chase women, but later find out when they get exposed, they in the woman DM on numerous occasions. And another point, Hakeem and Jordan, we get our hair cut, we get our hair done, you name it. How many times a woman asks you approach and say, man, your hair is looking good?
Never.
I think society has taught man the wrong connotation. I think man should be the one doing the chase. Now, the man is when it comes to the aspect of resources, but now today's society, man is not making those type of resources anymore. There's only a small percentage of men that do make six figures. Like, just hear me out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense. Go ahead.
I want to read this statement that, because he does put a point that I want to say. Sherry Bryan says, if a woman chases a man, he doesn't want her. If we not showing the same amount of interest, there's a problem. Just Hear Me Out says, I think a lot of people incorrectly conflate pursuit of a woman and showering a woman with gifts. 100% right. We live in a day and age where we quantify what people have different definitions of what interest means or how to pursue people. We know largely majority of women, and we both on both ends has to take this to an account. It all depends on what type of person you're looking for. For men who want more beautiful women with symmetry, who look like Instagram models, there's a fee that come behind that. You know what I mean? Compared to women who want men with money. Most of the time when a woman wants a man with money, looks is not a factor with that. Men want women who look good and who are physically fit. Once you put those things into perspective, when do men start to chase and when do women start to chase? I didn't get a wake-up call until I graduated high school. I never was able to pursue women like that in high school until I got out of high school and my social dynamic starts to change. you understand women a little bit more when you're in a different position in life. And that's where that stuff comes from. Don't get me wrong. You have those outliers. If you at job, you at the workhouse, you get close to somebody, she starts to grow a liking to you. But from overall, you know what I mean? When women start to seek attraction, stability is on the top of the list.
I agree with that. I'm gonna say something about what Ronnie said about earlier. Get your hair cut. Make sure you get your hair cut. Make sure your gear straightened up. To me, if you get your hair cut, you should always get your hair cut. Make sure you have good clothes, shoes, and everything. To me, if you do that, that keeps you in the game. Now, women. To me, women, they're not gonna go. Women, they're not gonna do you. They're going to museums like that. That's not even programming social media, because with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, usually it's more for the woman, to get the likes, to get the DMs and everything. And you're gonna have men send DMs or send comments say, hey, you look good, and that's always a confident booster to women. Me, I'm still old school, meaning not on social media, but going out in the world. If you, like I say, if you got a good haircut, if you look good, your shoes look good, you get pedicures, manicure, you know what I mean? A woman might not gonna say anything, but she's gonna give you that choosy signals. And I'm all believer of choosy signals, her body language. If she look at you nice, if she look up you down, if she stare at you maybe 5 or 6, 10 seconds. To me, that's an open window to start a conversation right there. And and see, if she's feeling you or not. If she's not feeling you or not, okay, there's plenty of women out there, that you can talk to and everything. But for me, I'm old school. If like I said, if you're confident in yourself, you look good, women might not gonna say anything, but they're gonna give you that choosing signal. They're gonna look at you up and down, or they might give you a stare a little bit to open that window, so you can talk to that woman and also attract that woman as well.
Okay,
what's going on, Gore?
Well, what's going on, Gore? I know I just hit me out the comment. He's gonna respond to it, but quick. This is a quick one. How many of y'all used to listen to old school, The Temptation, Luther Vandross, even R. Kelly? But I could go down names on B12. What they always talk about? Chasing the woman. They never say, woman, come chase me. They are chasing the woman. They say, woman, here, I'm bringing you flowers. I'm making sure your water is prepared. I make you pretty much come. All those good, the aspect is a man's job to do the pursuing and to do the chasing. It's a human natural thing for man to do so. I think social media has made it look like a bad thing. Then in reality, is actually a good thing. Go ahead, King.
No, definitely. So just hear me out say, men should definitely do the pursuing. That's how society has survived all of human history. He goes with what you say. As long as it's not reaching stalker level, plus the woman isn't constantly rejecting somebody, it's good.
Facts. Come on the panel. It's 2 against 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 2 against so. Just hear me out. You're 100% right, and I do think it's easier for men to pursue women who have their stuff together, who fits a certain category. Is it either you're physically fit, you're the bad boy, or you got money? But if you're not in none of those categories, you still can do pursuing, but you got to do pursuing at the price level that you are as a person. If people don't get what I'm trying to say, is that's an analogy would mean that the type of person you are and the status in your life dictates the type of woman you're able to get. And you know what I mean? And that means that's the price you're able to get. You can get you a $50,000 woman or a $25,000 woman that work at Checkers, or a $75,000 woman who's nice, beautiful, and has that. But that all depends on what type of man you are. Go ahead.
Man, that's true. I give you what you're saying. I'm not saying, for me, I'm not trying to say if you find the right girl that's feminine, that checks all who's that? Who's on the chat?
No. I was just, I was thinking Sherry Bryant. Listen, what we call it? Ronnie said women don't comment on their haircut. She just say, Kim, your haircut looks very nice. She just gave me a content. Thank you so much, Queen.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I was like, what about to
She's
say?
a feminine woman, though. She's an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. My bad, King. Damn, I lost my train of thought. It'll come back.
No.
It'll
Well,
come
you
back.
said you said you was agreeing with what I was saying. The type of the price.
Okay, the price, yes. If you can find the price, and you know, she checks all the boxes, and this is the woman that you're looking for. Or like I said, for me, I said for my wife, she reminds me of my mom, and she reminds me of my grandmother. Now she checked those boxes, okay, you know, and it's to me that's like check all the boxes right there. Okay, I'm like I said, I need to take that. I'm gonna pursue that. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna make that to my wife. If you pursue, I agree on this. If you pursue other women to try to make her your wife, do that. But if you're trying to pursue somebody for sex or a short-term relationship, man, I would not pursue. To me, I'll just focus on you until you find a woman that checks all the boxes. That woman checks all the boxes. Okay, bam, 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 bam. That's what you got. You got a good woman. And the thing is, to me, you got to maintain that too. You got to maintain a good woman, meaning, speak with your actions. Make sure I'm not gonna say bills, but if you give her gifts here and there, a couple months, once a month, twice a month, whatever, and I'll always, communicate her and always give her compliments, how I appreciate you are, how good, is she wearing, going out, make sure, you say how good her dress look, how good her hair look, and all that type of things. It's, those type of things are important. And to me, in relationship, a lot of people don't do that. And to me, and to the key of that is, if you keep doing that, that makes your relationship, balanced, and also it makes relationship kind of fun, and also keep the sex going too, because we give each other compliments. It keeps the like I would say relationship marriage function. But when you stop doing that for like months and months and months, everything, you don't feel appreciated from that woman, or for man or woman in general. And then when a person not appreciated, they look at somebody else to pursue or to look at.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm slowing guys because over here my internet having issues. I'm good.
Yeah, you good. We hear you. Yeah.
Hey, okay. Over here, I think because of the weather, I can't say the weather is changing pretty much.
Yeah, it is. It is. Y'all probably get the wind is blowing profusely.
Yeah. So okay. Anyhow, just hear me out. Me and him on team together on this one today. We teaming up right now. So, and also Urban Noise. Urban Noise also say something that's really profound too. They say in social media they call it simping and being thirsty. See why I keep saying social media? They call it simping and being thirsty. But if you ask a woman right now in front of her, which one she will prefer, her doing the chasing in the beginning or you doing the chasing, she would say, you. If you want me, you got to work hard to get me. And that's a well-known fact. I know Hakeem, me and you used to sit down and we used to tell each other stories. And you even say, if you see a girl down the street, you say, I will get in my car, stop over there, pull on side, say, hey, Ma, how you doing? You chasing.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Look, right? Look, God is forever. She even say, give me a simp any day. 3 against 2. You get what I'm saying? Well, y'all got Sherry Bryan, 3 and 3. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Women prefer that. I think society have taught men wrong. And this is why there's a lot of single men, because they think the woman gonna do all the chasing and the woman is not. That woman's never gonna come on your DM, sir. If you see a woman you like, go ahead, hit her up, chase her. So what? As long as it's not stalkerish. Go ahead.
But I think of that, a lot of men, I don't know why, they are afraid of rejection. But the thing is, it's part of the process of you getting rejected. It's okay to get rejected. You might get rejected 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. And that's totally fine, because to me, rejection kind of builds confidence, because once you hear how many no's, so many no's from a woman, you kind of build that, you kind of build off, when somebody said no, so okay, that's fine, just jump with somebody else. I just feel like, today's society, these men are afraid to get rejected, And to me, they just cry and they say, "Oh, I don't like women no more. They rejected me." And it's kind of one of the reasons they turn to incels, because they're afraid of rejections. And to me, I'm telling you, man, it's okay to get rejected. You know, if you get rejected, you just move on. Somebody gonna like you. Somebody gonna pick you up. There's too many women out there in the world. Too many women out here in the United States.
But Hakeem and Jordan, the definition of what is chasing and what is pursuit. Because Sherry Bond said we misconflating the two. So let's find a definition of it. Go ahead.
100%. I also want to comment too. There also is a self-esteem issue too, that Roxy pointed out that I think is true. But then I also want to think that men do have to chase, but the way I want to come at it is get yourself together before you start chasing, and be able to start chasing the right type of people that is accompanying to what you're looking for. That's my biggest thing. And amoxicillin, where you been at? We ain't see you in a while. Chase, no way. If you're not compatible, you're not compatible. If you got some growing to do, grow first and then try again. But let's talk about this from a perspective, though. There have been women who said that their husbands that they're with now, some of them chased them and they fell in love with them. So you do have those instances. I know a lot of men don't want to feel weak, because statistics has shown men have checked out of dating right now. We have more incels than anything. They'd rather play video game than to go on dates.
But let's be honest here. How many women in the chat has been chased before and got in a relationship with that dude? Numerous of them do it. So I don't know why they're making it a big deal as something that they do on a daily basis. That's what I'm saying. Is this that they don't want to admit to the truth. The truth is they prefer a man to chase. And I always say, Hakeem Jordan, give your definition of what is chase and what is pursuit. Go ahead.
Look.
So you see, listen, Sherry Bryan said, I've been stalked, so don't chase me. Define what's an incel is. I like to hear that. You ready? Hey, Google, define incel.
Here's the definition of incel: a member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active.
I want y'all to take that in. Men who's not able to attract women sexually.
But that's on a sexual aspect connotation. They can still get on the mental aspect, can they?
Yeah. Roxy said this earlier. Roxy, you in the chat? You mentioned this. You got to be confident, and I think a lot of women are able to depict that. Most men have chances with certain women. They're just not confident. And some women will be like, he's not going to chase me anyway. You know what I mean? But then you got certain things is most men shouldn't chase because it might go horribly wrong if you're not the type of man that a woman wants.
But
you know what I mean?
You have heard where there was men say, I chased this woman for many years. Prime example, Family Matters. Steve Urkel chased her for many years, and what happened at the end of the story? They end up getting married.
They did.
More, and I use Family Matter because I was a black entertainment. I could go more in depth. Will Smith, you name it, Jamie Foxx. I could go. All these sitcoms show that majority of the time the man is doing the pursuing, the man is doing the chasing. Because that's how everybody was supposed to run. However, now with social media and where a lot of these guys coming in, especially with these red pill content, they teach a man, don't chase. Now the man will say, okay, I'm building my confidence. They ain't getting the woman still. So now guess what they doing now, Hakeem? They paying for pussy.
Yeah. She said stalked. It's funny, but like I look at this from a point like I just think sometimes there's certain people that's kind of above our pay grade, and we shouldn't just go after. And I know a lot of people might say that's a confident no, but sometimes I'm not gonna go try to holler at Beyonce knowing I'm not a Jay-Z type dude. You feel me? Now, if I got the money and I know I could feel it in certain realms, she said, let friends be friends first, and I get to watch their moves. Now, Sherry Bryant, I got a problem with the whole friends things because women are notorious for friend zoning dudes and keep you on a beta male level to orbit to call you to say, hey, come move this couch for me or do this, knowing that he wants to smash. You know what I'm saying? Like, the friend zone stuff is not for me. It's not for me. I say I want to beat it like Tyrone. I want to have Tyrone privileges or Tron privileges. I want you to look at me like you look at Twan. Twan is able to, you know what I'm saying? Hakeem, you spilling the tea? Yeah. No, listen. I get tired of moving couches, and you go home and nothing says, hey, I helped my homegirl move their couch today. Did she at least let you, give you a bottle of water? I don't think she had time because her man was coming over. No.
Man, you know what I'm saying? You look, everybody laughing. You see what I'm saying? Okay, look. On Fresh Sound Floor say, Laura really wanted Stefan, not Steve.
Yep.
Let's keep it real.
That's true.
No, that is true.
Stefan Urkel.
No, but hold on. But remember, picture this. Stefan still did a chasing with Laura. Y'all forgot about that too. He chased Laura too. So you get what I'm saying? Like he would walk a certain way. He would like, okay, this and that, and then Laura was like, oh my gosh. So it is what it is. But and not only that, but the aspect went on the friend zone. How can you already know with me in this friend zone situation?
Oh my God.
Like,
I got a twist for y'all. Okay, let's say Stefan and Seabrook was here in 2023. They both got Instagrams, and Laura is looking at each other Instagrams. Who's she DMing first?
None of them.
No, care. Oh, she DMing him first?
Yeah.
No, who's she DMing first?
He right. He's not going to DM first. It's because she's getting 50,000 DMs a day.
Correct.
But I'm saying, but Stefan was very, very popular, and he has to follow him. That's what I'm trying to say. Stefan has to follow him.
He's gonna get DM first, or you listen, or you do what most men do now, and it's sad to say this if you want to get an attention, because a real nigga to get to the point. I'm gonna get into the DM. What's your Cash App?
Thank you.
Listen, that's all I'm saying. What's your Cash App?
Chasing.
Did you eat lunch today?
Chasing.
Because I'm thinking like a drug dealer now. I got to get into a drug dealer mindset. You feel me? Because drug dealers say, Shamisha, you getting your hair done this weekend? Why you asking, Hakeem? I want to see you this weekend, but my hair not done. I'm going to get your hair done this weekend. Is it okay if I get your hair done? We can go out for some drinks? My weave is 26 inches. Here's 400, baby. If you need anything extra, just call me when you're done. And if you call a rain check, you just keep the 400, no problem, and won't call at all. I'm going to get a call the next day.
Look, God is forever. Get mine's done. You get, please. Look, lean with the bag. Most men do. If they chasing that
and listen.
Hey, I heard stories here in LA. Man that leads with a bag. Their sex game ain't right. I heard a lot of that stuff in LA. I'm just letting you guys know.
No. Listen, most men who lead with the bag don't got good sex game. The nigga
That's
with
facts.
the bag, the nigga with the bag can't do it. It's the guy who's not working, who's working on the stroke game. I'm not gonna sit here and say I might got the best D. I might have garbage D.
Or the confident man, because usually a man that leaves with the money are not confident at all. They're only confident because they got the bag, but they don't have the game to talk.
You say just make sure you don't catch a catfish.
Facts. Don DeMarco.
Goes on this bully. Goes on this bully today. He say, I'm different. If I wanted a man and he didn't notice me, I make sure he did. You a different type of woman. I gotta say that. Cause most women, and are you amused? Say, are you talking about money? No problem. My stroke game. Listen, this is right. Roxy falls into this. Say, no problem. My stroke game good for the both of us. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, Roxy, she's an anomaly. Roxy would take it.
She's in that realm. She's in that realm with Sherry Bryant. She said my ride game is this. There's nothing to be said if a man wants you. That is facts. But here's the thing. Most women dictate, since men want sex, most women dictate the chase for you to lead on to sex. Am I wrong, fellas? And people in the chat, am I wrong? He say, F and K, what is Sherry Bryant with Don DeMarco? Yeah, she's with a Don DeMarco with big chains.
Telling you.
Big chains though.
Big chains.
Listen, we and that's the whole thing about that. You know what I mean? Sir, acts I need to do is make eye contact. Sometimes eye contact don't work. I'm gonna go and say, hey, go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you. It doesn't. Don't say it doesn't.
It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
They've been told lies. Go ahead, Hakeem. They've been told.
Yeah, listen. I'm that nigga that come by and say, hey, your kids ate today? Did they eat today? Why you asking for? No, I'm just saying. I'm just concerned. I wonder if y'all ate today.
Are you chasing or?
Hey, No, I was gonna say I'm more the person. If you can make a woman smile or laugh, you're in. It's over. It's in. You're in. Because you piquing her interest. Once you pique a girl's interest, don't let it go. You're in. Just don't mess it up.
Let's forever say the relationship works when the guy is into you.
Into you more. Yeah. Amoxicillin, you ain't wrong, but I think women need to chill with the mind games. It's one thing to have a requirement. It's another to make a man do backflip and hoop. A woman only knows that you care if you overcompensate. Amoxicillin, you have to go out. They want to see you go out your way. They don't want to. They want to hear it, but they want to see it in action. If you ain't doing that, you're not going to go far. Especially a woman of character who's fine, especially a woman who's beautiful, she's going to want you to walk on water. And you got to be able to do it.
And that's when Hakeem Boss said you got to be all about that action. If you got to be at least 7 out of 10 or higher. If you 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, she's going to be questioning. But if you offer that 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, you say what you do, you good.
Oh, I can't enjoy chasing a woman and chasing your dreams. What's the difference? Even people in the chat, what is the difference?
For me, I chased my dream first, which is move out of California, having a family, and I'm doing it.
I'm gonna have to agree with you again, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it took me some years to understand this, because a woman taught me this. This was a Cape Verdean woman who taught me this, somebody who was from another country. If you want to be very successful with a successful woman, you have to come into her place to make sure she has no stress. Not saying that stress is going to come, but when you step up and there's not stress, she will leave the whole roster for you.
That's facts. That is pure facts.
Okay. This is why I say both of them, there is no difference. In your dreams, you chasing the goal because at the end of the day, you know there's a prize. With a woman, you chasing a woman because you know at the end of the day, there's childbirth. Same similarity. There is no difference.
And let's be honest about this. We just talking about chasing. Let's just talking about just dealing with women overall. A woman gonna want to have sex with you more if she feels things are stable. If she feels things that she doesn't have to worry about. If you come in doing backflips, she's not gonna have no issue doing backflips too. Man, this nigga, my rent paid. My kids love him. My tire was flat. He didn't show up. He sent his homeboy over there to change it. There's different things we can go on. Listen, a lot of this was supersede. And listen, I'm about to say something that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Your stroke game can be the best, but it's not going to maintain her. A nigga who's keeping a roof over that head and the belly full, and the kids say, is Mr. Hakeem coming over today? I want him to help me fix my bike. John, I'll see if he can come over. Just chill. Just chill out. You know he's a busy man. But he bought us pizza the other night, Mom. He's coming over. Oh, my God. That's what them kids is. Listen, she's in the mindset thinking, this nigga barely can fuck.
Hey, Hakeem, I wish there was more women out there like that, with that mindset. It's only very few women out there with that mindset.
You can have her for the weekend. He's going to have her for the year. There's a difference. And listen, I'm going to go to a Sherry Bryant comment. Y'all, I'm old school. I like to be catered to a man. That turns me on. Apply pressure. Listen, an old dude off of 61st and 12th, right by the Machiavelli store, told me, if you ain't spending no money, you ain't going to get no respect. The money is an entrance fee, nigga. And then he say, it might not even have to be. You might think it's all about money, but that's just an entrance fee. So she can know, I made dinner tonight. Are you coming to put a plate in? I'm at work. Don't worry. I'm going to pack the kids up and we're going to drop that plate off. I've seen it happen. I'm not here just talking. I seen a car full of kids with a woman in a bonnet bring a plate over to a dude at work. I'm like, I say, that's all you? No, that's just my girl, fam. Those are her kids. She brought the plate over with all the kids in there. She's in the moo-moo. I say, you got to be paying some kind of bills.
That's right. That's including birthdays. That's including traveling. Well, majority of traveling. It depends. It depends on how y'all do traveling. But you know, if you pay for the tickets and hotels, and then she'll pay for like the other things, that's a plus. Christmas, take her out, you know, to do fun things, bowling, Top Golf, or you know, go out to eat once a week, and you know, different restaurants. You don't have to be expensive restaurants. It'll be, you know, some local place that's, you know, that's good with money. That's, you know, maybe you guys want to try out and everything. You know, but being in a relationship costs, fellas. Being in a marriage, it costs. I'm just letting you know. You got to pay some cash.
That's another thing that we was taught wrong. I think men in general, we were taught a lot of things wrong. We was taught, you meet a nice girl, take her out on a date. When I mean date, I mean go to a nice restaurant. You know, most of the time, women don't even want to eat like that. Women sometimes want to be in the house to play cards with.
Right.
Go on a small picnic. Go walking on the beach. Go to an art show. Go to art painting. They don't want all these days that go into a restaurant. I think that was making women fat today, because men keep taking women out on dates to go get something.
That's a good one, Ronnie. That's facts.
You don't
want you just gotta be.
No, go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you're 100% right. You just gotta be innovative. Like for me, I've been with my wife for 13 years, and I don't know how I do it, but her birthdays always be different. It's always different. I don't know how I do it, but it's always different. It's not the same thing. It's always different. You know, you might go to different, you know, well, I'll take you to like find the restaurants, but when it comes to like do something fun, you gotta be innovative. You gotta think of something out of the inside the box or outside the box. You gotta think of something to do. And people go on Google Maps, search for things to look something to do. It could be something, and it could even be something small. It could be something free that she's something to talk about. And to me, fellas, you know, make sure you listen to your woman. Your woman says, "Hey, I want to try this out." She said it 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Make sure you remember that, because if a special day comes or her birthday, or you know, you might do, you know, y'all want to do something. Say, "Hey, I heard, you know, 2 or 3 months ago you want to do this. I booked this place here, and we got this place for like an hour or two, and you know, let's do that from there." You know, and I'm telling you, fellas, a woman, they always gonna tell you stuff, you know, that they want to do, you know, because like I say, they always want, like I say, because women grow, you know, they like I said, the more they grow, the more, you know, different things they want to do and different things they think of that they want to do, and it's important to keep that in mind. And when some of you guys don't know what to do on a special occasion, make sure, you know, you pull that out of the box. Make sure you do those things.
Oh, I want to answer this. What makes what y'all talking about different from pay to play? I'm confused. The caliber of the woman. You're not a pay to play type person. Sherry Bryan's not a play to play type person. Roxy definitely is not a play to play type person. We can see that through your work ethic, the way you present yourself in this. Now, mind you, I want to say, Gore reminded me of something a couple shows back, where the type of women you pursue will lead to a play to play type simping when it comes to simping. But if you're dealing with a caliber woman who's not that, you going above and beyond, you're going to get rewarded. There's nothing wrong doing that for a woman of caliber. Here's the problem. The bar is so low now. They're not even taking women out on dates anymore. You go out your way to do something spontaneous, there's not even a checkbook. You're the board now. You put numbers on the board. And this is what I'm saying. It's the type of woman you're going after, which makes it a pay to play. If I look you up on Instagram, you half naked, I know what I'm dealing with. If I go check a woman who's dressed professionally, who has her kids in the thing, I know she's not on that. Depending when I start talking to you. I might meet you. Are you amused? I know you got kids. I know you got kids. I'm trying to holler at you. The first thing I'm going to say is this. Hey, I want to get with you to this weekend. What's your schedule look like with your kids? Oh, I got to look for a babysitter. I'll pay for the babysitter. Does that make me a simp? I know you're not a prostitute.
No.
I know you're not. I know you're not this. I know you work. I say, you think your mama will watch the kids for you this weekend? Tell your mama I'll give her $100. Mind you, the bar is low now. I set the bar here now.
That's grown man shit. That's facts.
My bag drop. You think she's gonna question about giving me the sack when it's time? Go ahead, fellas.
You're right about that, Hakeem, because I set the bar high with my wife, and it's still high. Even though she's not materialistic, she won't tell me this, but it's in her. That bar is high. Even though because if you go in the middle of those, she might not say anything, but it's gonna show in her face. It's gonna show in her body language. So it's important to keep that bar high. Go ahead, Ronnie. I'm sorry.
No, Jordan, you actually telling the truth on that aspect too. But the women Hakeem you're talking about is the women like Bernice Burgos. Those are high.
Yeah. Now that's pay to play.
They ain't gonna fuck with you unless you want to drop that bag. That's real talk. That's any man.
Facts.
Artist Forever, Sherry Bryan, and just those type of women that they like real women that you can actually play to play. Like you can be like not play to play, but you gotta really treat them with a type of respect that hey, I want to take you out. I'll pay for the babysitter. It's not simping, but in these spaces they will call it simping. They will call y'all guys being thirsty because that's not your kid. She's supposed to pay for the babysitter. That's what I'm saying. We as men are being taught wrong when men that came before us been doing things like that. 9ish, an older man, he will probably tell you that he have done things like that to women in the past. That's why he was married for a very long time. Go ahead.
When I get Dougie out here, I set the bar on shit. I set bars. Like, that's why you won't find nothing nasty here about me on the streets, because I don't play them type of young boy games. Now, are you amused? I want to comment on this. It's not about the right or wrong. It's not about understanding. The caliber of the person you are makes it a pay to play. I want to bring up Sherry Bryant for an example. And I got to bring this up. Shout outs to Sky. Shout outs to... Now, mind you, Sherry Bryant has been very transparent. Her man, she just was talking about how she just spent a bag on him for his birthday, taking him out to eat, doing this. What was his entrance fee to get in? What bar did he set for her to want to spend that money on him? Mind you, he set the bar so high. You know this, most women don't even like posting men. Posting her man on her page. Mind you, I seen and I could tell life is a little bit good because he was a little chunky one day. He lost weight the other day. You see what I'm trying to say? What is your entrance fee to a good woman? There's an entrance fee to a good woman. When you get in the door, the benefits outweighs the entrance fee that you pay. Good cooking, good health. She might co-sign on your business. But your entrance fee what is your entrance fee? And mind you, we also got to look at it. How you quantifying the woman that you're trying to talk to? This is the thing, we need to remove and listen, you do got a point when you say pay to play, and I don't want to go on this. I just think that we can tell the women who are just here for money or here for love. Sometimes this is why I want men to go get their money together so you can have a better relationship. Because let me tell you something. You're going to lose a couple dollars. She might lose her health messing around with the wrong dude. She got to sleep with you without a condom. She got to bring her kids around you. She got to bring her mama around you. She going to love you so much where she might put up her whole check behind something you just want to do. Matter of fact, the time she's invested, she understands that I can bullshit until I'm 50 and still go find somebody to go have kids with. She don't got that luxury, my nigga. So that interest fee sometimes got to be high. And if she already got kids, the interest fee is a little bit high because her time is already done been wasted. She can't waste no more. I ain't pandering on none. I'm just telling you what it is. If it's a problem with you asking for something or you trying to get something, nigga, there's an entrance fee. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna add another thing to that, Hakeem, about setting that standard high. If you stand that standard high and you talk about it, and you work with the actions, you will have the power to move that woman to any city, any state you want to. If you stand that standard high, you do what you're doing, you pay. Hey, babe, I think we need to move to, let's say, hey, babe, I think we're gonna move. I have a job in Vegas, but I know it's moved away from the family. But hey, we could get a house here. We could get a 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house you always wanted and everything. We could start a family house you wanted, even though it's in the mid city. But I can make that happen to you. And if you already set that standard and you've been doing what you're doing, she'll do it for you.
No, but
just make sure you put that ring on it. Make sure you put your ring on it when you get there, but other than that, she'll do it for you.
But can it be a possibility? And we're using the wrong word the whole time. When people are like chase, they really mean pursue that woman, but not chase. Pursue your job, but not chase your job. You've been using the wrong word the whole time. Can I make a fair assessment on that?
I'm gonna agree with you. Because pursue and chase are two different things. Chase means that you chasing her down to put her legs over her head. But if you're pursuing her, hey, I called you the other day. You didn't answer, but when you get some time, please can you give me a call back? I would like to see you this week too. That's pursuing. Chase girl, I'm trying to beat it down. Pursue isn't consistent with the concept of courting, but those guys all in their game together. They weren't selling telegrams in the middle of the night. They had their own horses. Bag drop.
Oh, Roxy said, oh, that's a good question. Roxy said, moving somewhere away from their family can be looked at as controlling. Not necessarily. Not as if, to me, it's like if the woman says, hey, I don't want to move away from family, okay, that's a different thing, you know. But if you have to, because I'll tell you, my situation with my wife, you know, she wanted to move, like I said, I told you about this before. It was, we want to move out of Miami. It was going to be Atlanta or Miami. I mean, Atlanta or LA. The reason, one of the reasons it was, my wife wanted to move to LA because she wanted to move closer to her family, which is all cool. But we made, but as long as you can compromise and you can always, you know, if a woman believes in you, a move to somewhere that you said what you're gonna do, and you're doing it, and you can, and she can, and then once you're moving out there, she's seeing things that, you know, stuff that you're saying, and also seeing stuff that you're doing something and beyond. She'll be happy. She'll be happy with that. Even though I know a lot of women, they might not move because they might not move to a different city because of family and everything. But I'm just saying, if you set that standard high, and your woman knows that you can do those things, even though it can be risky, because moving to LA was a risky thing. You know, but if you said, hey babe, in 2 years we're gonna get a nice house or a nice apartment, a luxury apartment, and she see those things, you can do those things, it should be no problem. No problem with it.
That's Jay, that's facts. Man and woman see two of those things differently, and that's the issue. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm not going back to Michigan. I'm not going back to Michigan. I'm not. I'm just letting you know, even though my family's up there, I'm not moving back to Michigan. I'm telling you, I told my wife this, and I told my mom this, I told my family this. I'm in Cali for the long. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna keep it like that. So I told my wife I want to have a family here, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then maybe 10, 15 years, 20 years now, but you know, if our kids grow up, move, then we might move to another city or maybe another country. Because me and my wife, he had conversations about that.
Men who chase women don't spend no money. They don't see the reason to. Men who pursue women are going to make an investment. Men who court women are going to make investments. We have to look at it from those points and understanding what we're putting ourselves into and who you're allowing into your space.
Facts. Mic drop. That's why I went speak. I just let you know how you always do your thing. But it's facts. And the problem with society, men need to be retaught again on the proper way to do things. And I agree with Jordan on this aspect. Men today are afraid of rejection. We're afraid to approach a woman. We're afraid to look a woman in the eye. We're afraid to hold a woman's hand. We're afraid to take a woman on an actual date, going out to get some freaking to eat. It's because of the aspect of we going by whatever social media is saying. And I think that's the downfall. That's why a man is not dating today, to be honest with you, because social media has put in a lot of these young folks. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't pursue a woman, you can't court a woman because it makes you look quote unquote thirsty or simpish. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say this, Ronnie. I feel like when a man don't take out dates anymore, because to me, if you want to take a date, if you want to take women out on a date, just say, hey, I got a $200 max or $150 max I'm gonna spend. I don't think a man be afraid to say that sometimes. Say that sometimes. If she don't want to do it, then find somebody else. But if you got the max you're gonna spend at a restaurant, keep it at that max. Do not budge. But eventually a woman will say, hey, okay, that's fine or anything. But I just feel like a lot of men, they don't put a max in how much they're gonna spend on a date. If you have a max, stick with that max. Do not move. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
A lot of men are being taught that you should forego the date and already be rewarded. That's what the problem is nowadays. The date is an entrance fee. And mind you, you don't think that you will want to sit down and know who you're dealing with in the first thing too. But what we need to do is start first when you have that first conversation, then you know who you're dealing with. Then you decide if you want to go on a date or not. We got to make up all these new speed dating. Oh, I'll meet you at a coffee shop. If I don't like the way you look, I'll walk away. Like all those are games. You feel me? Some men, if they know what they want, they're just going to go put down and they don't care about what goes after.
And this is why you got to like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to Sherry Bryan. You know, we rock with you, baby girl. Shout out to Sky. Shout out to Gore. Shout out to Just Hear Me Out. Shout out to Susanna. ¿Cómo estás, mami?
¿Cómo está? Amoxicillin.
Shout out to All Your Muse. Shout out to God Is Forever. Finally, God Is Forever. We able to highlight because you're like, why you don't highlight? We can finally highlight you. You did good this time. We can finally highlight your comment. So I feel good about that. Shout out to Just Sound, Fresh Sound Florida, Urban Noise. Of course, some of you guys gonna watch on the playback. Shout out to you guys. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody. Shout out to Nightish. Shout out to Lotus. Shout out to Lotus. Lotus, she be in the cloud, but she commented earlier. So shout out to her. I'm trying to make sure we got everybody. And also shout out to you guys. Go ahead.
The Twitch. What's that Twitch name? What the AM? What's the Twitch? The Twitch.
Amoxicillin.
Okay.
Because she be watching us even on the playback. So shout out to that one subscriber. Shout out to you guys that are also watching us on Instagram. Make sure you come to YouTube and subscribe because y'all watching us on Instagram. So come over here, subscribe, join the conversation. You know, because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And also, remember to go to KI Culture Radio Community Tab. In the Community Tab, there's a KI Culture Radio t-shirt. You already know. Prince Hakeem new book, Black Love. Come over here and support the platform. We on our way to 1K subscribers. We've been working very hard day and night, man, because of you guys, man. We're going to keep you guys entertained. Don't be afraid to come out and say hello. You know, say hello.
Hey.
But boys, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Guys, great episode. We are over and out.
Now, yeah, and don't forget, God Is Forever book is in the community tab as well.
Yeah.
Go there and shout outs to Sky. We love y'all. We are out.
Oh, shout out to one person, Victor Hart. We see you, baby. Shout out to you, Victor. Shout out to you, Victor Hart.
And shout out to Barry White. Barry White actually bought your book, God Is Forever. So I'm just letting you know you sign it for her. He actually bought your book. So that's what I'm saying. We one team and we're working together, man. Like always. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. We over and out.
Peace.